Hey y'all, hey, this me, Kiwan. I'm back. I am dropping another episode of The Best Man, the final chapters. We're back on season 1, episode 3, Brown Girl Dreaming. So y'all, before I get into it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell button. Thank you. Anyway, so the episode starts as the calendar days go by. It goes by days, months, years go by. When we started, we were in 2015, and the calendar moves from 2015 to 2021. Um, Everyone is making moves in their businesses, careers, education. The kids are getting older. We get through the pandemic. We see how it affects Spivey Enterprises or Spivey, yeah, the Spivey Enterprise. We also understand, remember all the protests that were happening. Um, and then we finally get to 2021 where Lance is trying to figure out his next move. And also, Harper wrote 2 books in between those times. So now we're in 2021. Okay. So Harper and Murch are talking, and Harper autographs his Bumper G series book for Murch, and Murch is telling him how proud he is of him. And also, Harper is sharing with Murch that this is going to be he's finally into his Bumper G series books. And he wants to be a novelist on a panel with some heavy hitters. He's wanting to make more changes. He's wanting to take his career to the next level, you know. So we see Mia. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. I don't know what's this kid's name, but y'all, she is just the cutest to me. So, Julian and Candace and their girls are getting bigger. And we see at this point, Candace is actually working on her PhD. And y'all, while Lance is making his next move, trying to figure his life out, he's starting a cologne commercial, which is an epic fail. Okay. So we get to Jordan, and Lance is in her office, and she's watching that cologne commercial, and she tells him, "No, sir, redefine your purpose." And listen, I would like to say Lance is a bit codependent. He has depended on Mia so much in his shift from Mia to Jordan. And even Harper is a bit codependent to me because he depends heavily on Robin. And then I think sometimes when he feels like Robin, he need a little more than whatever Robin gives him, he runs to Jordan. And y'all will see this in this episode. That's what I saw. Maybe I'm tripping. Y'all can drop down in the comments and tell me. Anyway, so Lance takes LJ. He goes to, we find out that LJ works with Jordan. And I don't know if this is like an internship for high school or this is like an actual job that he was able to get through Jordan. So Lance is there, and he takes LJ home with him early. The look on LJ's face, it seems as he didn't want to go, but Lance, of course, feels like LJ is supposed to be playing ball. And as we watch him, LJ is great. He is great at football. However, that's not something he wants to do. So I get that. So in the next scene, Harper and Robin goes to the Upper West Side to look at a home, but Robin loves Harlem. She's not really thrilled. She's not really sold. The apartment was beautiful, though. It was extremely beautiful, but Robin loves being in Harlem. She loves her roots. That's something she can identify with. And so at this point, we see that Harper isn't reading the room. He doesn't read the room. This is again Robin he wants Robin to make another sacrifice for him, as if she has not done that their entire relationship. So in the next scene, Shelby calls Jordan to tell her about the tweets that she's gotten in regards to Black Twitter thinking that she sold Anita out. Y'all remember Anita? Anita was the woman Jordan was working for in the very first Best Man over at BET. Anyway, so in the next scene, all the ladies are meeting at Robin's house for the book club. And she's actually reading those tweets from Black Twitter, y'all, and they killing her, okay? She want to respond, but she says she's gonna take the high road. And so Shelby was like, well, I'll respond. And so Candace was like, no, Shelby, don't do it. And so Jordan was like, no, she's just gonna let it go. And Robin is asking no questions about the book. And at this point, nobody's read that book. It's 300 pages. It looks boring, but it may not be boring, but nobody's read it. Read the room, Robin. Okay? Moving on. Candace tells Jordan that, prior to that, Jordan looks at Candace's face and says, you're looking with a lot of judgment, so I know you want to say something. So Candace tells Jordan that people are angry because Anita's show was important to the culture and that Jordan didn't save her show. They say Jordan says that she invited Anita to a new show with 3 other black hosts. And Jordan also tells Candace, No. I'm sorry. She also says, of course, that she's the boss and so she can do whatever she wants. Yada, yada, yada. So Shelby talks about her 1.3 million followers. And so Jordan light bulb goes off and was like, how many followers you have? So this is absolutely what we're going to see that she's going to put Shelby on. And again, in the next scene, Lance still trying to find his purpose. So this is the scene where the guys meet up to play poker. And Julian deals the cards and says black queens are wild. Quentin says the best ones always are. And Harper says they're stubborn too. So he goes on to tell the guys he took Robin to see the apartment at the Upper West Side, and he describes all the amenities, which again the apartment was beautiful. And so he's mad because Robin told him that it's all about his ego and why now. And so he tells the guys, why not now? And so Lance tells Harper that Robin just don't say anything. And that she's been down with him from jump, as she has. And that he probably want to consider her POV. And I was like, that is true. That is true. So Quentin says he wished that they would have shared. He says that he wished they would have shared with him the 6 perfect syllables to keep him in a good, happy marriage. Happy wife, happy life. So the guys start to talk about their purpose in life, trying to figure out what it is, what they're wanting to do, what the goal is. And it was cute. So Julian gets up because he gets ready to leave because he has to go pick up the girls. I want to say because Candace is in class. And so he tells the guys that we should be meeting up in rotation, and all of the guys agree. Y'all, I never paid attention to this part up until I actually watched it the other day. So in the next scene, Jordan meets with her staff and they show her the ratings and the demographics and the ratings. And Shelby wasn't favored in this show. And that she needs to come up with a new idea. So she realizes I have to talk to Shelby, and then we'll see that later on. So Harper is actually meeting with Stan, and Stan tells Harper that the early testing went well on the cut, but the directors need to tweak a few scenes. The studio approved the reshoot, and Harper asked, is there anything that I need to do? What do I need to change? So come to find out that the studio already made the changes to Cleavon. Cleavon, y'all, is Murch's character. And on top of them changing Murch's character, Harper has been offered an additional 6-figure salary on top of what he's already being offered. And so Stan is asking him to crank it out. And also Stan tells Harper that this movie will actually set him up for life. And apparently this must be a lot of money, okay? So Jordan is in her office meditating. Nicole and LJ walks in and they're checking on her just to see if she's okay. In this moment, she looks LJ up and down and tells him that he needs to wear his school uniform. He doesn't need to wear his school uniform to work, that he can wear whatever he wants. This is where we see the transformation of LJ, okay? Not in this episode, but probably the next episode. And we'll talk about that later. So, y'all, Jordan meets with Harper. And listen, the only thing I can focus on was the red bottoms that Jordan had on. They were amazing. They were cute, okay? They were cute, okay? So she tells Harper what's happening with the TV show, The Culture, and Harper basically tells her that she'll be fine. And so he starts to look he has this look upon his face. And so she asks Harper what's going on with him because he seems stressed. Harper tells Jordan that he wants to write something meaningful. She asks, what does Robin think? And have y'all noticed Jordan always asks him, what does Robin think? And anytime them two are talking, she always asks him, what does Robin think? He tells Jordan that Robin asked him if it's coming from a place of ego or external validation. Sometimes I think that word external, when she says external validation, I sometimes think that means Jordan. That's what I think. I just don't think Robin is just over this whole, I think she's come to terms with their friendship. But I think she knows that something is there, but she doesn't harp on it. Anyway, Harper says that he doesn't know, maybe. But he says every fiber in his body is pushing him towards that thing that he wants. Jordan tells him that he have to do it. She said that no one thinks the way you do. And in this moment, he tells Jordan, except for you. I told y'all. And she starts to laugh because yeah. He's not over her. It's like I chose Robin because she was available. Not as available as Jordan, but she was down and she was available. And that's pretty messed up to me. And I think his head and his heart, he loves Robin. But it's something about Jordan. I don't know. It's that drive. And I wonder sometimes if he wants Robin to have that drive or, I don't know. But it's something about Jordan. Anyway, so Jordan, in the next scene, Jordan is at Shelby's house. She tells Shelby what her team is saying. Shelby said, well, it was nice while it lasted. And Jordan says to Shelby that she's not firing her, but she's going to have to switch it up. And they have to just make some adjustments. So in the next scene, Harper's phone rings and he finds out that, I forget the lady's name, but the lady called him to let him know that Robin was arrested, and Robin was arrested over at the protest. And so as he get down there to the police station, Mia is really upset about what happened. She is so cute. And of course, Harper is angry at Robin. So when they get home, he asks Robin, what was she thinking? And he tells Robin she's a mother And that no. He says, "What are you thinking?" And Robin was like, "Excuse me." And so he proceeds to tell her that she's a mother, and that when the cops came, she should have resisted, especially with Mia being there. And I get it, but I ain't never been to a protest. So Robin said they had the right to be there and to resist unlawful intimidation. And then they both get the argument. And so they actually argue about teaching Mia how to stand up for herself. Robin thinks that there's a way you can stand up for yourself when you're at a protest in a non not non-verbal, but a non-physical or verbal type of way. Harper thinks that that can all be avoided if she wasn't there, or if she just, I don't know. It's just their this is where their breakdown begins, if you ask me. Well, I felt like their breakdown was coming, but this is the shift of the breakdown. So in the next scene, Shelby is worried about what the people are saying about her as it relates to her being on a TV show as it relates to her being on the TV show. Quentin encourages her and tells her that you're the baddest bee walking, yada yada yada. It was really cute. So he tells her that she's gonna do great in this role because she's Shelby Spivey, yada yada yada. So Lance watched a highlight on Sports Center, and he hears Stephen A. Smith says he's watching Stephen A. Smith talk about this new cat that is now playing for the New York Giants, and how he's a whole lot better than the older cats, and he even says that he's better than Lance. And so in this moment, Lance's light bulb goes off. So we get back to Robin and Harper's house, and Robin finds a piece written by Harper. And y'all, I'm just gonna read this piece to y'all. He's writing some stuff on a legal pad. And in the legal pad, it says, he tried to express the depth of his feelings for her. All she heard was fear disguised by anger. How could his words describe the space in him that goes beyond emotion, beyond definition, the space where he holds her ever sacred, ever protected, where their outside world could never touch? She was taken, he was powerless. All he can do was wait, hope, and pray she hold that space again. I really got to do a replay on how I sounded reading that. Focus, Erica. Sorry. Anyway, so Harper walks in on Robin reading it. He walks in on Robin and asks her if she lost her charger again. And Robin looks at Harper and says, those words are beautiful, and that he has to help. No, I'm sorry. He has to keep on going with this. And the way Harper was looking, child, he tells Robin, thank you. He needed to hear that. And she asked him, was this why he wanted to move? He tells her yes, because he wanted them to be protected and safe and provided for. Okay, I'm just going to say this. When I first saw it, and I still think the same thing, those words were not about that house. Those words were not about Robin. Those words were about the relationship between him and Jordan. Okay, we'll see. But y'all, anyway, So Robin tells him where he shows his heart. When he shows his heart like this, all she want to do is live wherever his energy is. And I was like, wow. I can get with that. That was real. That was nice. Anyway, and so she tells him, I want to hear the rest of your story, but in a new brownstone. So she has agreed to move. That piece that he wrote has allowed her to change her mind. And so the next morning, he calls Stan and tells him what he want to do as far as his career goes, and that he said what he said, point blank in a period. So in the next scene, Harper, Shelby, Quentin, they all meet up with Jordan to celebrate her and Shelby's success over at, I think I want to say BT or MSNBC, whatever, with the culture, with that show called The Culture. And so Harper then tells them that they are going to move to the Upper West Side. And so we get the new character, Demetrius. Demetrius is AKA Terry Silver. If you didn't watch Power, he started in season when Ghost went to jail. When he was Ghost's attorney, and that attorney was provided by Proctor. Okay, so Proctor really couldn't defend Ghost. I want to say, y'all, it's been a while, but Terry was Ghost's attorney, and then in turn to be Tasha's lover. And then when Ghost found out, he unalived Terry Silver. But that don't have nothing to do with this. I just wanted to let y'all know who Demetrius was. Okay, so apparently they all know each other, because the first thing Harper said is you can't speak, and he kind of gives Harper and Quentin the pound. I don't know what that was about, but it was just so disingenuous on Demetrius' part. But I just didn't like him on there anyway, but we'll explore that later. So everybody's looking at the news, looking at a breaking update. I want to say it could have been SportsCenter. And Lance announces that he's returning to pro football. And y'all, this is where the episode ends. It's getting good, okay? Just keep watching. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.